Right, people, what are the 6 positions of regenerative therapy for frozen shoulder? Let's get into it. First of all, we've got our radial device. And what we want to do is we want to work across the trapezius and across the pec minor and maybe even pec major muscle tissue. So we want to release all of that links into the shoulder. So that's 2. 1, 2, radial. Next thing, we want to look at our focus shockwave, and we're going to treat anteriorly, laterally, and posteriorly on the shoulder. That's 3 more. Lastly, we've got EMTT, try and get as much of the shoulder through that as possible, and you do your shots on there. So how are we going to divide this up? So first of all, we're going to do our radial, and we're going to do across our trap muscle there, and we're going to do about 1,000 shocks, 12 to 14 hertz. You're going to be about 2 to 2.2 bar pressure up and down that trapezius muscle. Come across onto the front, maybe 1.8 to 2 bar pressure, come down to about 10 hertz and do 1,000 shocks across this muscle tissue there. Then you're looking at doing your focus shockwave. Now, if you've got a particularly skinny person, you might use that standoff. Everyone else, you're probably going to use standoff 1. And you're going to treat anteriorly. And I think you should be using 1,000 shocks, 1,000 shocks, 1,000 shocks. Really looking to break up those adhesions on that frozen shoulder. 4,000 EMTT. Level 9 if you've got the ultra, level 8 if you've got a standard EMTT, and hertz would be 8. And that is a great way to treat frozen shoulder. But if you want to get into some advanced level stuff, one of the things we know about frozen shoulder, let's just adjust this slightly, is you tend to lose external rotation, which obviously restricts your ability to do your abduction. So what you want to do is put the arm into external rotation and try and get differing levels of abduction as you're treating on that anterior level. So you could do another 1,000 shocks into that anterior, and what you're trying to do is to get more external rotation, more abduction. Oh, look at my little elbow burster, that's interesting. So that can start to develop that range of movement as you go. So there's loads of stuff that you can do with this regenerative package to make sure that that frozen shoulder does its best version of treatment. And you know, the sooner you get in there, the better, in my opinion. So we've got the 3 stages where we've got freezing, frozen and thawing, or stage 1, 2 and 3. And you want to get in there as soon as possible, because the more of that external rotation you can maintain, the better that person's going to be. And at the point where they're stage 2 or frozen, you still want them to have 10-15 degrees of external rotation, so they've got enough abduction so they can do self-care under the arm, roll a bit of deodorant on, so they can still feel like a normal person. And one of the best exercises to get them to do is just the back of the hand salute. So trying to put their hand there and be as upright as possible, because that gets you abduction and external rotation. So you get, this really is quite a big burst. So I didn't realise I had that going on till you do the video. Anyway, I've learned something. Hopefully you have. Enjoy the video.